Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at Chainlink and its valuations against Bitcoin, as well as the US dollar. Remember, if you do like this video and the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below and also consider subscribing. So, with Chainlink, Chainlink is down for the week at 6.5%. It is roughly a few percentages above the 20-week moving average, roughly 11%. The name of the game at this point. So I think in it during the summer, still, regardless of the price, right now, Chainlink is going to trend up against Bitcoin. Having said that, it can still be exposed by the downside market moves of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the market mover. As we can see today, Bitcoin is down 2.5%. The whole market is down. And Chainlink is down about 4% against the US dollar, about 1.5% against Bitcoin. So what I'm looking for here is, even if we do trend down, is to either hit the 20-week moving average, in which case we can then assume that this upper line is going to be overhead resistance, and the 20-week moving average is going to be support, cutting this rising channel essentially in half, right? If that holds, that would be the situation to look for. If it doesn't, then we'll be looking at this lower line trend that encompasses the entire channel, to be the next line of support. Roughly speaking, we've seen 3 instances of it hovering over it and holding it up, and 2 instances of overhead resistance. So with that said, either look to the 20-week moving average or this line here to become our support. Having said that, this is all just speculative, right? I do think that Chainlink will trend up over time. But I mean, as we could see with just the overall history of Chainlink, it is capable of bad moves, right? Trending down. We see 46% wick to wick, 62%. So like these things are not necessarily unknown to Chainlink. It is capable of making those bad moves, but it is also capable of making very good moves. And overall, the good moves uh, outpace the bad moves, let's say, and the overall macro trend is up. With that said, even if we measure it from December, the macro trend is up for Chainlink, and I feel like that is going to continue into the summer. Looking at the US dollar, we see that we're below the 20-week moving average. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. We know that the 20-week moving average is an average that Chainlink likes to hold, as we could see here. In this instance is here, but it is also capable of breaking below, but recovering fairly well. Okay, so with that said, it is possible for Chainlink to hold these levels, and even if it does break, then it can bounce back fairly quickly. Obviously, we got rejected off the 20-week moving average this time around, but you could see that instance here where we wicked up, hit it, came back down, and it took 3 weeks later for it to come back up again. Anyway, that's kind of the picture that I want to paint. It's not going to be easy. Okay, it's not going to be easy with Chainlink or any other altcoin during this period. Bitcoin is unfortunately going to be the market mover, and if it moves further down, altcoins get too much exposed, and you're going to have a bad time. Even with Chainlink, yes, I think Chainlink is going to outpace Bitcoin, but I could be wrong, and that's why it's important have Bitcoin in your portfolio. Keep it in your portfolio. In cases like mine, it encompasses half of my portfolio during these times. When Bitcoin's above the 20-week moving average, yeah, I can shuffle my portfolio around, increase the risks of my portfolio by selling some Bitcoin for altcoins, in that sense. But for now, you know, Bitcoin maxi, if you want to call it that. But at least for Chainlink, the game time here, the game plan here is during this downtrend, can we hold the 20-week moving average, or can we hold this lower line of support against Bitcoin? Okay, against Bitcoin. The US dollar is right now at $23. It has dropped 14 and almost 15% for the week. I am not yet concerned. If anything, Chainlink at below the 20-week moving average over the macro term has proven to be a very good buying opportunity. Now, that might be a very controversial thing to say. I'm sure a lot of people have been burned by Chainlink, especially from the move from the summer, right? This giant bleed here is it like correlates to, I think, this move here when we drop from, yeah, $20 to about $7. Okay, I'm sure a lot of people got burned. But if you held it, you could have sold at $50 just a few months later. All I'm trying to say is that um, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a roller coaster of emotions, and it's going to really seem like Chainlink is sometimes going to frustrate you, as I'm sure it already has for a lot of people. But I hold my Chainlink position, and I look to increase it should Chainlink go below the 20-week moving average and enter this field here. I'll be looking to accumulate there with my Bitcoin. Anyway, that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.